Dragon boating. With a show of hands, how many of you guys actually know what dragon boating is? Okay, so dragon boating is actually a very unique sport that not a lot of people know about. Within the time that I'm allowed, I will try to tell you as much as I can about the sport that I have come to love, including the origins of, benefits, and the how-tos of this sport. Simply put, dragon boating consists of long wooden boats of about 20 paddlers in rows of 2, 1 drummer at the front, and 1 steersperson at the back. So the drummer is typically in charge of beating a literal drum to keep a set paddling pace for the whole boat. The steersperson at the back, using a large oar, usually steers us in a straight line to prevent any crashes during a race. So once a few of these boats are lined up, there will be a loud horn and they will all race to pass the finish line before the rest of the competition. So Dragon Boat is one of the earliest forms of boat racing and is celebrated at many festivals and races throughout the world. According to the June 22, 2015 issue of the Wall Street Journal, dragon boat racing dates back over 2,000 years to southern central China and is now developed into a serious sport in many countries across the globe. Each year, festivals take place all over in places such as Asia, Australia, Europe, and North America. One of the largest festivals in North America is the San Francisco International Dragon Boat Festival, and takes place annually in the Bay Area. So usually these festivals are celebrated with yummy foods, fun vendors, and racing of these beautifully colored boats. And I personally have had the pleasure of racing in this specific race 3 years in a row with my high school team. So Dragon Boat has given me friends for life, fueled my competitivity, and has helped me stay fit. And I believe that it can also benefit you in these same ways. So, like joining any other sports team, your teammates are soon to become your closest friends. So DB is actually a very team-oriented sport. So if you do not work alongside them and work with them, your whole team or boat will flounder. So, as stated in the official California Dragon Boating Association website, it's a team sport in its purest form that encompasses the elements of power, speed, synchronization, and endurance. From my first practice, I have met people that I still actively talk to this day, and they've become my second family. Granted, I did see them 6 days a week, year-round. So, Dragon Boat is also known to spark your competitivity and increase your mental strength. So screaming and encouraging each other to not stop paddling until you pass the finish line is a whole nother feeling. You can take that competitivity that Dragon Boat sparks within you and apply it to everyday things, such as finishing your schoolwork or excelling in your job. Dragon Boat can also increase your mental strength. So as you begin to paddle harder and for longer periods of time, your muscles begin to actually burn and your whole body begins to ache. But you cannot stop paddling. You have to keep going and you can't stop. For your team, for your coach, and for yourself. You have to stay focused and stay mindful. Phil Jackson, a successful basketball coach who once coached the Lakers, in his book Sacred Hoops, describes how mindfulness was an essential piece of training towards success. You can't stop and you have to fight the fatigue. Joining Dragon Boat has also comes with many, many hours of intensive training and also results in having a pretty shredded body. So Dragon Boat is actually a full body workout with an emphasis on your arms, your abs, and your back. So more competitive teams even include land workouts that come with endless push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, and squats. Your endurance and stamina are also known to increase due to how many times you are to practice throughout the week. According to Sarah Ho, the author of the January 1st, 2009 edition of the Journal of Sports Sciences, her study suggests that the elite paddlers achieve better paddling performance than the sub-elite paddlers due to more efficient application of greater forces to the paddle, most likely due to more rigorous training and muscle building. However, dragon boating is still beneficial in smaller and more relaxed increments. Dragon boating has actually been picked up by cancer survivors in an attempt to increase their HRQOL, or the health-related quality of life. In the 2013 publication in the BMC Complementary and Alternative Medicine, all survivors who paddled described how their improved strength and energy levels helped them function more effortlessly and easily throughout their day. Now, I'm going to walk you through how to simply just paddle on a boat. So first, you're going to want to grab a PFD, or personal flotation device, which is basically a life jacket, and a paddle. So once you've done that, your coach will place you in one of 3 sections on the boat. either the time box, the engine, or the back half. The time box is more for the lighter paddlers who are more experienced, so they're synchronized with each other and can keep a set pace. The engine is for the beefier, heavier paddlers, so they won't tip the boat, and so they have most of the strength and is actually the largest section of the boat. And the back half, in my opinion, is actually for the less experienced, so they'll be able to look ahead at the front of the boat and follow along with their pace. However, according to Jonathan Chen, the founder of the Slow Voyagers, or the Dragon Boat team here on campus, he believes that the back half is actually for the fastest paddlers on the team, so they'll be able to sit in order to keep up with the water that's being pushed quickly to the back by the rest of the team. So, once seated, you're going to want to rest your hips snugly against the outer side of the boat and put your outer foot ahead of you and your inner foot behind you, or slightly below you. And then holding the paddle, you want to keep your outer arm, or like outer hand, a few inches above the blade, or the yellow part, and it's called the neck of the paddle, and you want your inner hand to rest on the T-grip, which at the end of this little piece of wood that you can hold to. So now you're ready to paddle. Simply put, you want to lean forward at a 60-degree angle and rotate your torso to kind of face your bench partner, because you're in rows of two. And you're going to keep your outer arm parallel to the ground and raise your inner arm to create an A shape. This is called the A position. That line there. And next is the catch and drive, which is the paddling portion of the movement. So you're going to lower your arms until the blade is completely straight in the water, and now you're going to catch the water by de-rotating and dragging the paddle through the water while pushing down with your upper hand, all at the same time. So after pulling to about your mid-thigh or your hip, you're going to pull the paddle out away from you and return to A position so you can continue paddling. According to the Hong Kong VRC Paddle Club website, the angle that would slow down, you can, if you allow your paddle to go past your hip, you'll force like your paddle to be at an angle that's like, that'll slow down your boat. Now, I'm not going to go into the angles or the physics of everything, or we're going to be here all day. So, but you can get the gist of dragon boating. I hope I was able to give you guys at least a little insight on this sport that I've come to personally love and inspire you to go out and give it a shot yourselves.